Dang, Frankie Beverly died this morning. That's crazy, girl. What's going on? It says legendary singer and songwriter Frankie Beverly has passed away at the age of 77. Let's go on here. Frankie Beverly. Now, remember how y'all was talking about James Earl Jones when I was like, shout out to James Earl Jones, and then like Frankie Beverly, he's had an impact on a lot of people. Ironically, I've never been a Frankie Beverly and Maze fan. Now, before I let go, I mean it's like a staple, but it was always something about Frankie Beverly that never resonated with me. I don't know what it was. And then when I got older and found out his like the way that, remember y'all was in the comments talking about James Earl Jones. That's J- Frankie Beverly would be a person that I wouldn't make a tribute to because he didn't have that impact that he had for other people. He didn't have that impact on me. You understand what I mean? Okay. So let's see what it says. News. Legendary singer Frankie Beverly dies at 77. An announcement on his Instagram page. The announcement was made approximately at 8 a.m. on September 11th, according to the Post. Beverly, whose real name is Howard Stanley Beverly, passed away on September 10th. The family has not released any details about his death and are asking for privacy and understanding during their period of healing. Beverly was an American singer, songwriter, and producer, best known as the founder and the front man of the R&B band Maze. Born on December 6, 1946 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Beverly's music career began in the 1960s with his doo-wop group, the Blenders. Later, he formed a soul group called the Butlers, which saw some regional success. In the early 1970s, Beverly relocated to San Francisco Bay Area and formed Maze. The band's big break came when Marvin Gaye, a fan of Beverly's sound, invited them to tour as an opening act. In 1977, Maze released their debut album, Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, which included the hit Happy Feelings, Happy Feelings in the Air, Happy Feelings in the Air, and While I'm Alone. Known for the smooth blend soul, funk, and R&B, Maze became a staple in the 70s and 80s music, producing classic songs like Joy and Pain, Before I Let Go, and Golden Time of Day. Golden Time of Day is the jam, though. I'm not going to even hold you. In 2009, his son Anthony organized a tribute album for the father called Silky Soul Music, an all star tribute to Maze, Frankie Beverly, Mary J. Blige, Babyface, Mint Conditions were some of the artists who appeared on the album. The tributes are pouring out. Another great one has transitioned, and here we are. James Earl Jones died. I was talking about James Earl Jones at the end of my last video. Um, so, James Earl Jones. Let me read a little bit about James Earl Jones. He died at 93. Let's see here. James Earl Jones. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not. I can't do Wall Street Journal. Y'all do the most. Let's do AP. He was 93 years old. 93. That's a long time. Can you imagine living like 93 years? Can you imagine all the shit James Earl Jones has seen in 93 years? Famous fans and collaborators are paying tribute to James Earl Jones, an award winning actor and commanding voice of Darth Vader, who died on Monday at 93. James was an incredible actor and a most unique voice in both art and spirit. After nearly half a century, he was Darth Vader. But the secret to all of it, he was the beautiful human being. He gave depth, sincerity, and meaning to all his roles, amongst the most important being devoted husband to the late Cece and dad to Flynn. James will be missed by so many of us, friends and fans alike. Star Wars creator George Lucas said in a statement to Associated Press. Shout out to George Lucas. He meant everything to me. The first two roles I played in college were The Emperor Jones and Othello, which were two of his. He was the North Star. It was James Earl Jones for me and for us, beginning in the theater in New York in the late 1970s. That was thought that he says, for me and for us, being in the theater in New York in the late 70s, theater was what I thought I was going to do. To play the Emperor Jones like James, I wanted to be James Earl Jones. To be honest with you, when I started, there weren't a lot of black people for me to be like. We weren't the leading men, actor Denzel Washington in an interview with AP at the Toronto Film Festival. One of the world's finest actors whose contributions to Star Wars world one of the world's finest actors whose contribution to Star Wars was immeasurable. He'll be greatly missed, Mark Hamill, who played Luke Skywalker. The booming voice, the great strength, the kindness that he radiated. So much can be said about his legacy. So I'll say how thankful I am to be a part of it. It includes Field of Dreams. If you've seen it, you will know that this movie wouldn't be the same with anyone else in this role. Only he could be, only he could be that kind of magic to a movie about baseball in the cornfield of Iowa. I'm grateful to have been a witness to him making magic happen. Rest in peace, friend, actor Kevin Costner. Debbie Allen, James Earl Jones will forever be remembered as the GOAT. It was truly a privilege to direct him and a blessing to be loved by him. We will forever speak his name and tell great stories that will become legend and myth and seeds generation to come. Actor and dancer Debbie Allen, who directed Jones in the 2008 Broadway production of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. So the people are giving their Ava DuVernay, Coleman Domingo, seeing who is this? Bob Iger from Disney. So all the people are saying, shout out to James Earl Jones, and then Frankie Beverly died. And so the people, and then like they're old, like so it's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. No, 93 is a long fucking time, bro. 93 is a long time. 77 is a long time. Now, both of those men weren't the best because let me tell you something. I was talking to a friend yesterday about the James Earl Jones thing, right? And I said I wasn't going to get caught up in all the stuff that James Earl Jones about how he felt about black women because when I was introduced to James Earl Jones, I had no clue about black womanhood. I had no idea about my identity. I was an innocent child. Nothing that has tainted me since then was happened when I was first introduced to Darth Vader. A motherfucking tall black figure walking from around the corner with his cape flying so beautifully at the bottom, his hem of his fucking cape. Darth Vader? Bitch. I didn't even know Darth Vader was a villain. You understand what I'm saying? And I was just like, oh my God, the voice, the all black, the shiny black. It was just a whole vibe for me when I was a little girl. I used to be like, I love Darth Vader. Nothing I that represents a part of my childhood, and what I've learned in therapy is to honor my childhood. Always honor your childhood, honor the little girl, honor that little girl. So for James Earl Jones, while I know he what the things that he said about black women being upset about black men dating white women, and all the stuff he said when he was younger, and he said it not more recent, but an older iteration of what he said when he was a younger person. And I'm like, I don't, when I look at James Earl Jones, I don't associate that to him. I associate my childhood to him. And for me, that's a way to honor my childhood. So that's why I did it. And my friend was like, um, I don't get why what people get out of doing that all for and all for that. Now he's dead, so now what? And I'm not going to say that it's not true, but I certainly never heard it. And if it is true, it's terrible. Having said that, that ain't got shit to do with Darth Vader coming to America or Sandlot. Morality purges are always a mistake. Y'all not ready to learn everything about your heroes. Trust me. This is my friend. Shout out to Craig. So, yeah. So the people are dying, and like everybody, like I said, and that's why for me it's so important to be mindful of the role that you play in somebody's life, because they're going to share their story. And when you die, they might come out and share their story. Like Rich Homie Quan, what role did he play in Erica Banks' life? She shared it. Y'all didn't like it, but he played a role in her life, and she got footages to back it up. If I was Erica Banks, I would not have deleted that post. Fuck Akbar V. Girl, who the fuck? First of all, who the fuck are you calling baby girl? You ain't no much older than me, bitch. Girl, that pissed me off when I saw Akbar V telling Erica Banks to delete her stuff with Rich Homie Quan. He should have played a different role if he didn't want videos to come out when he died, girl. Girl. His damn baby mama knew he had a roster. He's a famous popular rapper. Even if he is an old rapper, he don't really do that much anymore. And then did y'all hear that his brother found him? Girl, wait a minute. Hold on, let me go to Rich Homie Quan. Okay, Rich Homie Quan's death. Atlanta police release incident report of the rapper's death. In the report, the rapper's girlfriend said she found his body on the sofa after taking her son to school. The rapper's brother said that he placed him on the couch overnight after finding him sleeping on the kitchen floor with food in his mouth. Let me tell you about the 911 call. Do y'all remember the 911 call? If you listen to the 911 call, at one point, the girl asked somebody to help her when the lady on the phone is the 911 operator is asking her to move the body from the couch to the floor and nothing behind the head. So she's like, what? And then she was like, will you help me? She's saying something to somebody. And then that person asks where someone is. And she says, he's not here. And then that person sounds like they're helping her. And then they say, oh, nah, some, I can't hear it. And I wonder if that's the brother.
Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
Flat on his back on the floor?
Yes, ma'am.
Help me.
What's Drake?
He's not here.
Yeah,
Were you able to get him to the floor?
Yes, he's not. His heart not beating or anything.
Was that the brother, the other person in the 911 call? Y'all heard it was a male voice. I wonder if that was his brother. I thought men were natural protectors. Because if you saw your brother on the floor, passed out, your brother does drugs. Clearly, everybody knows he's on dope. So, because who picks up a lifeless body on the floor and then just moves it to the damn couch? For me, I have half the mind to say he knew he was dead and he just didn't want to acknowledge it. And he just put him there and waited for somebody else to find him. Like, I feel like he didn't want to acknowledge, like, my brother is probably dead. Like, you picked him up. And she said when she touched him, he was cold. So he'd been sitting there so he was not dead yet, right? He may not have been dead yet. I don't know. But he had food in his mouth. Did you take the food out of his mouth? I don't know. A newly released incident report. This is from Fox 5 Atlanta website. A newly released incident report by the Atlanta police is shedding new light on the death of rapper Rich Homie Quan. DeQuantes Devontae Lamar died at his home on September 5th. He was 33 years old. Yeah, 33, 77, and 93. In a report, the responding officer says he was told by Lamar's girlfriend, Amber Williams, that she woke up and found him, that he wasn't in the bedroom. After finding him asleep on the sofa, she told the officer she left to take her son to school. She returned home and took a nap, waking up around 11 o'clock to check on Lamar. When she touched his body, he was cold, and that's when she called 911. 911 released the call on the day of Lamar's death. During the phone call, Williams said she found Lamar's lifeless body on the couch. While on the scene, I did not observe any foul play. Mr. Lamar did not appear to be alert, conscious, or breathing, the officer wrote in the report. Mrs. Williams, or Miss Williams, advised me that Mr. Lamar did not have any medical or underlying diseases. The officer later spoke to Lamar's brother, Andre Mumford, who told him that he had woken up around 3 a.m. and found the rapper asleep on the floor near the kitchen counter. Mr. Mumford advised me that it was very unusual because he had food in his mouth. He lifted him up and put him on the sofa. While multiple reports suggest the father of five died from a drug overdose, the Fulton County medical examiner told Fox 5 that they are awaiting test results before releasing the cause of death. An autopsy took place on Friday. Rich Homie Quan began rapping in 2011, and his first mainstream success was Type of Way in 2013. His 2015 single Flex Ooh 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 was also well received. He was nominated for various BET Hip Hop Awards, including Best New Artist. Okay. He was born in Atlanta, played baseball while attending McNair Senior High School with the aspiration of playing professionally. He briefly attended Fort Valley State University before reportedly dropping out because of money. The rapper was scheduled to perform September 19th at the State Farm Arena with Nick Cannon, Rip Michaels, Waka Flocka, Mardo Wick, and Little Boosie, and others. The family is planning a funeral. A celebration of life will be shared soon. That's really sad. It's really sad. You know, folks dying at old age. I feel like Frankie Beverly and James Earl Jones are like old. They're old natural causes, you know. So that's pretty much it for that. So we got Frankie Beverly, James Earl Jones, and Rich Homie Quan. Watch, this is a 911 call. I want you to hear the part where she's talking to somebody, and the way the guy says, he was like, "Oh no." The way he said it, it's like almost like he knew, like, "Oh, he's not alive." Like, I don't know, it was something about it. Watch.
Quan, whose real name is Quantes Lamar. He's known for his chart-topping hits. Lamar was found dead yesterday at the age of just 33.
On the couch.
Okay, watch.
Since this morning. Well, he never came to bed last night. Sleep on the couch. I don't see him breathing.
You can hear the pain in her voice there, Richard.
Son is school this morning. Put a blanket over him. And I just checked on him again because he never got up. I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing.
You can hear the pain in her voice there. Rich Homie Quan is known for songs like Type of Way, Walk Through, and Lifestyle. His real name.
I can't find. I want to find that part of the 911 call. I don't feel like doing it, but you know what I'm talking about. If you go listen to it, you can hear her ask somebody to help her, and they ask her, "Where is somebody?" And they're like, she's like, "He's not here. Or he was not here right now," or something like that. And then he was like, "Oh no," like that. The way he said it, I was like, "Oh, he could like recognize." I don't know. I don't know. It's really, really sad. It's really unfortunate and really sad. Let's end that here because we talked about too much. Frankie Beverly, James Earl Jones, and Rich Homie Quan. So let's come back. Shout out to all those people. They're transitioned. They're amongst the stars now. And, you know, shout out to their families and fans and supporters. And yeah, so light a candle if they meant something to you or had an impact on you in some sort of way. Don't allow the person, like, don't allow your current labels of identity to taint the innocence of your childhood. So if in your childhood, before you had all of these identities or understood what your, what being black was in America, or being a woman, before you knew that, you were an innocent child and you were exposed to figures and actors and people on television, and if they had an impact on you, like James Earl Jones and his voice really had an impact on me. So I honored that part of my childhood, right? Knowing what I know about the man in his personal life, not so much, but what he meant in my childhood, that's the part that I'm going to honor, right? So anyways, take care of each other, protect your energy, honor your childhood. Peace.